Fans, I know that guy. He's the shocker from Mafia X. If he's here, this means it is tag team action. It's time for Mafia X. No, wait. No, it's not going to be Mafia X, fans. It's going to be Jerome Pruitt. It looks like Mafia X is going to be near his corner, in his corner, or hiding around the corner. You never know with Mafia X. They can be anywhere at once. It's incredible. And it is Jerome Pruitt. This is incredible. And as we know, he'll be taking on Mr. Fight Night, Andy Pratel. Oh, he's getting in Avery's face. Don't get in Avery's face. He's in flea market, man. He'll mess you right up. That's awesome. Jerome Pruitt.
I'm back, Jay. This should be an incredible match. Andy Pratel coming down to Crazy Train, of course, by Ozzy Osbourne and Dusty Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes, Randy Rhodes. I bet you didn't know they were related, did you?
No, that's remarkable. But you know what? That's where you find out the information. At AWOL. Only AWOL has these kind of scoops. And you know, speaking of that, Brian, my first concert I ever went to was Metallica opening up for Ozzy Osbourne at Joe Louis Arena here in Detroit. Isn't that incredible? And here we are, so close away. It's like Bouja Day.
Yeah, same here. My first concert was Janet Jackson. I was there with my parents, got dragged there. And, besides, my first real concert was Metallica opening up for GNR, if you can believe it. And, of course, the next date it was vice versa. They couldn't get it straight, but I digress. Andy Pratel, look at the tattoos. Brandon Lee, good kick. Bruce Lee, Brandon Lee on his back. It looks like maybe the Cuban flag. Some tattoos. It looked like Mother Teresa on his arm. He's ready for action.
He's got Bruce Lee, Brian Lee, Chun Lee. He's got them all, man. He knows his stuff, too. This guy is an incredible shoot fighter. He's going to be kicking some serious high this afternoon as far as he's concerned, but I think Jerome Pruitt has something else in mind. Oh, my gosh, right out in front of Rockabilly and his girlfriend. They're going at it.
Is that, somebody told me he had a tattoo of Stanley on his thigh. Is that confirmed? Okay, yeah, I just heard it was Stanley, Marvel Comics fame tattoo, but I digress. The build, both of these athletes, incredible. It could be lightweights in any division around the world. Are not in AWOL, in fact. What is this? Jerome Pruitt with the breathe right strip. Look at this. Andy won't let him get in the ring, throwing kicks at him.
And Andy is incredible. Enduring the pain of those tattoos. I, in fact, have a tattoo of Florence Henderson. I can't really show it to you in public, but I'll catch you later, Frank. Anyway, in fact, the tattoos, they hurt. People say, oh, it doesn't hurt, but it really does. And I'm telling you what, I'm a big wimp, and I don't really like it. But speaking of wimps, there aren't any in the ring here, folks. This is just awesome AWOL action. It's Jerome Pruitt against Andy Pratel. What's Jerome going to do here? Oh, my gosh, it's a power bomb. And man, that's a long way up.
Big time. What's this? Picking him, rolling him over now. Off the ropes. Some kind of somersault. Oh, and he missed with a splash. Andy Pratel quick to get out. Pummeling now. Pummeling with those loaded. Oh, look at this, an arm bar. I don't believe it. He could dislocate the arm. Going for the ropes. He makes it. Jerome, do it Pruitt. Do it, Pruitt. Make it into the ropes. Don't say that, fans. He'll cold cock you.
Brian, don't get that wrong twice, or he will be knocking on your door. I was hit by him for not pronouncing it the first time before the rotary card, and I will never make that mistake again. In fact, I was speaking to a gentleman this afternoon, earlier on in the day, who considers himself somewhat of an outlaw. He was saying that he would not be surprised if he saw Jerome Pruitt in the WWF light heavyweight division within the next couple of years. But Jerome, however, said that he would not go over until Vince considered a title in that division. Oh, that's a big DDT right out on the floor. That's going to spike him right in the noggin.
Yeah, that'll take off an inch, maybe a couple pounds or two. Look at this. Jerome staggering, getting into the ring. He's got some kind of black pantyhose on top of his head. Don't know quite what that's for. There's Mafia X. Look at, were they shaking their heads? The cameraman better get out of there. He values his life. Look at this now. On his hands and knees begging, he says, hold on, timeout. Oh, and a cheap shot. Didn't he see that coming last time? Andy Pratel is still a rookie here in AWOL. Not up to the dirty tricks, the dirty deeds, if you will, of one Jerome Pruitt.
I spoke with Andy Pratel before the match, and he is in fact a fair fighter, a gentleman. He doesn't pull these kind of tactics. I think that's why he's not really looking for him. But in AWOL, as we know, it's anything to win. And fans, you can't just let your guard down like that. You can't give your opponent the opportunity to damage in that kind of capacity, or they will take advantage of it. Oh, big clothesline sends him down, Brian. That's incredible.
That clothesline hit him right in the jaw. Honestly, fans, if anybody in any other league got a clothesline like that, they'd get up and beat the tar out of the opponent they were fighting.
Man, this is incredible. And Jerome just kind of mocking him. I'm sure they're exchanging some pretty unhealthy words in the ring there. Oh, yeah, I'm sure he is, because look at the big reaction. Oh, a DDT right back at you from Jerome in the middle of the ring. And Andy felt that one. Hardcore fashion, ladies and gentlemen, a pin. 1, 2, be quick on the ref. Oh, but he's up in 2. And Jerome, no, a big rollover, but he's a little too close to the ropes. Nope, he's over on top. It's a carryover. Holy can Shamrock. Oh, and it ends up in a big stop. I think Andy's getting frustrated by Jerome's tactics.
Definitely. He's used to opponents that stand still, fight. They're confined in maybe a outhouse or a parking lot garage or an octagon or wherever he trains. He's not used to the mobility, diving in and out of the ropes. Jerome, but he's not going to run from that. Slam onto the hard part of the ring. There's no give around those edges, fans. Punching him in the head. Jerome trying to figure out what is this? Some kind of, I don't believe it. He could tear some cartilage, tear an ACL. He could be out. Jerome's extracurricular ping pong championship could be up in the air if he suffers some kind of injury here.
That's incredible. I had no idea he was even involved in other major sports. That's fantastic. These multi-sport athletes just impress me all around. And Jerome, he's going to get some wind back and try to clear off the cobwebs. You know, I understand this whole concept of the shoot fighting, and it's just fascinating that AWOL is bringing that in as a faction now. And it's just no holds barred. AWOL growing more and more by the day. Big takeover there via Ken Shamrock action. He's going to get him in. Oh, what's he going for?
It's some kind of chokehold. It looks like a Taz mission, as you guys must know. It's pronounced some kind of Japanese. Get Supercalifragilistic back. He can probably pronounce it, but fans, I can't. What is this? Some kind of roll-up. Look at this. Hook in the arm. Incredible. Like, I could do that one time. The Hachi Kachi Mei Gesundheit is what it was told. That's, of course, Chris Call told me what it was. That roll-up that Andy Pratel did, I did that once in a video game that I was playing. I rolled the guy up. Same kind of thing. What is this? Some kind of face-off. Collar and elbow tie-up. Jerome do it to a pro over, but no. Under. This Andy Pratel knows all the ins and outs and all about. Going for the pin again. Bridging. Hoist Gracie style. What a sensational Steve at ringside.
You know if Steve is down there. We now know he's backing Mafia X. He's there for a reason, fans. He's not there to cheer him on. What's going on here? This is incredible. This guy, oh my God, a single leg power bomb. That's fascinating. Jerome Pruitt. He looks like he's going to go for a cover. He's not sure what's going on here. He is testing the limits of this Andy Pratel this afternoon.
Most definitely. Andy Pratel, some kind of Hoist Gracie arm hold from a leg. Oh, and into the ref. I don't believe it. The ref goes down in a big knee. I could just deflecting off of Andy Pratel, managing to get a leg up. The big leg drop. Could he go for the, what is this now? The B calling for the, upon regaining consciousness, calling for the bell. I can't help but think that was some kind of DQ against, I don't know who. I guess Andy Pratel purposely threw Jerome into him. That's a lot of wrestling now. That's a lot of wrestling coming at you. Get out of there, B.
Yeah, B is down, and this is going to be pandemonium, fans. This is going to get ugly. I can guarantee it. This is not a good scene. Andy Pratel is in trouble here, folks. This is going to be awful either way.
What is this? Bad Moon Rising. Bad Moon Rising here in the comments via satellite, and the hick. Pounding the back. Andy Pratel with a drop kick. Chasing the shocker out of the ring. I don't believe it. Bad Moon Rising. Henry I. Crane, the hick, clearing the ring. Bad Moon not even scheduled. He's scheduled to wrestle later. What? He's not even supposed to be down here, but he's watching the back of one Andy Pratel.
And he and the Hick will be leaving now. Look at that sensational Steve Rules AWOL sign there, fans. I recognize that from a couple of Monday Night Raws ago. That is a dedicated rockabilly fan action going on out there.